Hi, good evening. I'm going to do a family fun review on a place that I visited yesterday for my son's birthday day out. It's in a place called Kidzania, which is based in Shepherd's Bush in the Westfield shopping centre. And first impressions was, it's a bit expensive. £30 a child, around about £12 an adult for a session of 4 hours. To me, that is quite a lot. I didn't really know too much about it going in there, apart from that it was a world where children could earn money and do jobs and spend money. Okay, so upon arrival, it's really good first impressions. It gets the kids all excited. You arrive outside. I had to collect my tickets from the ticket desk, which was outside, because I pre-booked them through theatre groups online. Okay, so we picked up the tickets. We walked up to the desk. The tickets actually looked like airline tickets. They printed them out so it looked like you was going on a plane. As you walk up there is a British Airways plane poking out of the building. So I was hyping the children up, telling them that they were going on a plane. They believed me for a short while, but then the penny dropped. So yes, it is actually like an airport lounge, the way they've done it. It really is. It gives you that vibe that you're going to check in on the plane. They give you a tag wristband, which enables you to locate the children whilst you're in there, and also stops the children from leaving without the adult that has come in with them. They're kind of connected in some way. Okay, so we go in, and it literally is like a little village. As soon as we walked in, there was a cafe where all the parents could be sitting. There was lots of children running around. However, I was told that this wasn't one of the busiest days that we went. We actually went on Saturday, which was the England World Cup match for the quarterfinals. So it was a lot quieter because of this fact. However, it turned out to be quite a good time to book. I booked the session from 1:30 for 4 hours. The match kicked off at 3 o'clock, which they allowed us to watch it in the theatre. So we had seats, it was well air conditioned, and the atmosphere was really nice with all the parents that were watching. Okay, back to the children. They were... Okay, my daughter and her friend went off to A&E, where they became paramedics with the uniform, and they had to tend to an emergency, which included the fire services. And yes, so that was really good. She earned, I think it was about 6 Kidzos, they call it, Kidzania money, Kidzos. My son and his friend, they went and worked at the K Market, which was a supermarket. They got to work on the tills. You could, however, choose from working on the tills to get paid, or just be a shopper and not get paid. So they both went on the tills. They earned their first bit of money. Oh, I forgot to mention, as you're checking in, they give each child around about 50 Kidzos each, just to start them off with. There are a range of activities around the miniature town. It has an upstairs and a downstairs, which you can spend your money on face painting and things. There are extras where you need to spend cash for them. There was like a burger making facility where if you purchased the burger to eat, it would cost, I think it was around about £4, £4.50, I can't remember. But if you wanted the children to make the burger, it would cost half the price. So it's nicer to get the kids involved. They're actually making their own food and eating it, because they'll eat it a lot better because they've made it themselves. Coffees weren't too expensive in there, relatively priced. 2 coffees around about £5, which is not too bad really. What else was there? There's a stadium in there. There was so much to do. There's so much to do. You can't get it done in 4 hours. The hit that actually was really good for all of the children, I found they all enjoyed this. They became, they were delivering packages. So they would get a little clipboard with photographs of the shops that they needed to go to, and they either had to pick up a package or drop it off and get a signature from the person in the shop. And every time they got 3, they would go back and they would get 8 Kidzos for doing that. My son actually got so good he kept going backwards and forwards that they actually gave him like 3 lots to do at once, so that he would get it all done, and he was so pleased with that. It was, and they gave him double the money for doing it that way as well. My daughter, she really enjoyed doing that. She really did. What else? There was just so much to do. They had like a little section they had about 10 Lover-Bellas where you could go in and you could look after them and pretend to do like babysitting duties. There was a radio station. There was a Metro newspaper state where you could do articles and things. There was just so much to do, and it was so nice. Everybody was friendly there. The staff were in a relatively good mood. However, the only thing I would say is that the wristbands were not really working too well on that day. However, that did play to our advantage, because what happened was with your time slot, they would know by scanning your wristband that your time should have ended. We was due to end at 5:30. We stayed until it closed at 7, still scanning, and the kids were just playing away. It was really good. So they did have a fault on that. And there was some machine where if I have scanned my tagging bracelet onto the machine that they have, it would tell me where my children were, like which shop they were working in, or where they were doing deliveries, etc. But this wasn't working either. So I never got to actually see that working, which would have been good. And if your child is over 8 years old, you can actually drop them off and go shopping and then return back and pick them up after. However, I would say I quite enjoyed being there and watching them doing this role play. It was really, really good to see. And the excitement on their faces when they were collecting their wages was just amazing. It was really good. So out of a 5 rating, this place, I would say a 3.5 to 4, because of the costs involved, and also for all of the hard work the children put in to collect this money. All you could buy with that money really was a lot of junky bits, and it costs a lot for those little bits. Like an example, one job you would get maybe 8 Kidzos, for an example. The 8 Kidzo, but you'd spend 55 on a small little egg. I don't even know if I've got it to hand. My daughter got an egg, which was a rubber egg that you bounced. To me, that was just like, she got that and a slap band for all of the hard work for that whole day of doing the deliveries, and they were shattered by the end of it. But the only good thing about that is we came out, we went and had Pizza Express, which was not really too far to walk. And for the amount of time we was there, the car parking, I believe it was capped. It was capped at £9. You can't grumble for that, because then at least you know you're going to get the kids home safely. And after a long day like that, taking public transport would just be a nightmare. I know I've done it many a times, as I'm a relatively new driver, so it is good to go to if you can by your own means of transport. So yeah, 3.5 to 4 for this one. But I can certainly say I think I will do a bit of saving and return again. The kids enjoyed it. That's the main thing. My pocket was a bit emptier, but they enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoy this review. Oh, and another thing. The most highest paid job we found out from my friend's daughter was that it was window cleaning. And it's so cute to watch them. I walked upstairs and I walked through the area and I saw them. They're actually properly cleaning the windows. They have like a little section. They've got to go around cleaning these windows. It was so funny. I saw the older lads doing it as well, and they were really enjoying it. It is nice to see, very much. It's really cute. It just warms your heart to see this. It was really nice. So thank you for watching my review. I hope this helps you into finding a day out. I definitely recommend that you at least try this once. If you have one child, go for it. It can be more expensive if you have 2 or 3 children. So, yes, go for it. Thank you for watching.